funny as hell. So, have you now tried to understand more, maybe a dietary path? Are you looking at different things to eat? Like, is there different ways that you've been channeling that, or is it more so like I flow with however I like?
So when I first started, I didn't want to put any dietary restrictions on myself because if I be doing too much, I'm not gonna do nothing at all. That's literally the way that I am. I've always been that way, and I
Okay.
don't like routine.
Okay.
Remember I mentioned that before.
Yeah.
I
But
don't like routine.
not on here. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't like routine.
Okay.
So mapping that whole thing out, because I know people who will map their whole like diet thing out. I never did any of that, and I still don't do that. I think what's most important is knowing that you need to do a calorie deficit.
Mm.
That's the most important thing.
Okay.
So I started to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't stop eating the greasy things. I kept eating the greasy things while I was going to the gym. And then 6 months in, it was like that. I just didn't want it anymore. Pizza didn't taste the way that pizza tastes. McDonald's doesn't taste the way it used to taste. It just tastes salt. All you taste is straight up salt. It's like your taste buds change.
It does.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy how it works, losing 110 pounds. Like that whole journey. The things that I loved in my whole life, I didn't love anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I grew up eating McDonald's, and now I could say no to McDonald's. I've never been able to say no to McDonald's. That's crazy. So it's just like kudos to me. It's those small things.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And just not binge eating anymore, because a girl could eat.
Yeah.
Like I could eat. I could eat like 3 whole like main courses at some point. I was going crazy. And like I said, it just takes that self-control.
Yeah.
Learning to be in a deficit, or learning how to eat at the proper times.
How was relationships like for you during these different like periods of your life?
Like my relationships with people or myself or both?
Yeah.
Um
However you want to go with that.
I feel like my relationship with myself was the most important. Like, yeah, I bettered my relationships with other people, but at the end of the day, this has always been about me. So I feel like this was a journey with only me and my relationship with myself, because before that, I never had a relationship with myself. I never did.
So what have you learned in that relationship with yourself?
That I'm strong, that I'm capable, that I can take endurance, and that I'm very patient. I have a lot of patience. And I feel like those virtues have taken me a long way, because it's not just about moving your body. It carries on to the mental aspect, right? So it started spilling into my everyday life. Like I could go up to somebody now and I could hold eye contact with you and I could tell you what's up easily.
But before you couldn't have?
Never. I wouldn't be able to like look at you for like longer than this. So it says a lot.
It does, absolutely. Do you now see a change in the relationships that you have with other people from
I can ask for
having
what I
that
want.
relationship within yourself?
Yeah, I can ask for what I want, and it ties back to what I'm saying. I could hold my foot down. I could say no to somebody. Because before that, I had no boundaries for myself.
What do you mean?
Like if somebody convinced me to do something that I didn't want to do, I would be convinced. Even if I didn't want to. Oh, I care about you. I don't care how I feel. I care about how I feel now. I care. Because I need to care. Because if I don't care, who the hell is going to care about me? On some real shit. And I feel like the gym is what helped me to realize that. The fact of pushing my limits and my endurance every single time that I'm out of breath, just to pick right back up and to keep doing it all over again.
Yeah. life is always a gamble, right? Even with every interaction that you have with somebody. But what you can count on is the steps that you take for yourself, right? And the
Exactly.
steps that you've taken to develop your mind, develop your body, develop the things that you, in particular, would like to do and have your own taste. I always tell people I feel like the best thing you can do, and who am I to say to tell people what to do? I'm not anybody, you know what I'm saying? But I do feel like genuinely in my heart, I think it's best to follow your passion, follow the things that you love to do. That's why I do this podcast. That's why I make my music. That's why I do the things that I love to do, you know, because it brings me joy. It makes me keep on going. It gives me a heartbeat, you know, my own heartbeat, you know, my own rhythm, you know. And I try to tell people all the time. It's just I think that is why I'm genuinely smiling most of the time, charismatic most of the time, having a good time most of the time because I'm in that mode. You know what I mean? I'm not in the mode of negativity. Although I do research and I do feel certain things, and I've had certain things happen in my own life, and sometimes I have my own things. Right? Trust me, like I go through a lot of shit, but I channel myself back always to that rhythm.
Mm.
It keeps me happy, keeps me going. You know, and I know that sometimes in life you're not really gonna be happy. You have to face that too.